The theme of your conference, Innovating for Good, reflects the reality that we are living in changing times, and our ability to innovate will determine our success in emerging from the challenges that we face as a country. As I said, it's the first engagement I had at a conference with the community and voluntary sector since the formal transfer of the community function on May the 1st and the reconstitution of the Department of Environment, Community and Local Government. It's not an accident that this configuration has taken place. It's a deliberate strategic decision by government to bring together the key actors working in all of the communities under one department. And the view of government is straightforward. There's great scope to enhance the delivery and coordination of services and resources at community level. But developing the relationship between statutory agencies, local government and local community organisations, getting together and doing it in a more effective and efficient way is a priority. Your organisations are natural allies of the Department of Environment and Local Government. You work the same constituents at local level, and it's all in our mutual interest to work together in a more coordinated fashion. I'm aware that in many cases the interaction between local government and the community and voluntary sector has been limited or hasn't been as productive as it should. As somebody that served in local government for 23 years, I'm more conscious than that you might think. All sides need to bring a new focus to this relationship. And I look forward to discussing with you in the weeks ahead how this objective can be achieved. Before I talk about my approach, the approach the department will take, let me first make a few comments about the community and voluntary sector. Firstly, I want to assure you that what I envisage is a partnership based on mutual interest and shared objectives. All three elements of my portfolio, environment, community and local government, have parity of esteem within the department. All voices will be listened to and will have an opportunity to contribute to policy. Secondly, I want to stress that I regard the independence of the community and voluntary sector to be important and an integral facet of Irish society. The ability of the sector to operate independently, to voice its opinions and to hold the state to account is indeed a fundamental element of any democracy. And we're very fortunate in this country to have a vibrant and diverse community and voluntary sector. Thousands of charities and community organisations contributing to Irish society in a myriad of ways by providing essential services in areas such as social care, health care, child care, elder care, education, environment, sport and culture. And the challenge for us now is to build on the progress made to date at a time when resources available are under increasing pressure. And it's vital that the progress and the hard work made by so many of our communities are protected. I know that many organisations represented here today have benefited from the multi-annual core funding made available under the Scheme for National Organisations. It's my intention to continue with this scheme, which is now being finalised, the allocations, and my officials will be notifying organisations of the outcome of the assessment process very shortly. I'm aware of the many challenges currently faced by the community and voluntary sector, and I'm committed to playing my part in working together with you to achieve the common objective we share to develop stronger, more sustainable communities. I am prepared to continue the structured dialogue process with members of the community and voluntary pillar that was announced by the previous government early this year. Obviously, the dialogue will have to take account of the new department structures that exist and the new policy context that we're operating. But I look forward to hearing your views on how we can work together and to make the independence of the voluntary sector respected, but equally the responsibilities of both state and community and voluntary sector, how they can interact more fully. The government is now fully engaged with restoring competitiveness and reducing costs and reversing the culture of entitlement and a lack of leadership which pervaded aspects of society, in my view, for many years. All of the social partners have a role to play in restoring Ireland's competitiveness, including the community and voluntary sector, and ensuring that taxpayers' money is better spent. I'm aware that the level of governance in the community and voluntary sector, no more than it is in some of the state sectors, is not uniform. I'm aware of the burden that voluntary board members must shoulder and the high level of administration that these responsibilities can bring. But we will assist organisations to discharge their governance duties, but it cannot continue to support organisations which fail to demonstrate good governance or who fail to demonstrate value for money. We have learned over the past number of years that simply funneling money into any area does not automatically deliver better services. In fact, it sometimes leads to greater fragmentation, greater duplication, a lack of ownership, and a lack of clarity around where responsibilities lie. So I have to take responsibility for ensuring that value for money or cutting out waste, whatever the stakeholders are, state or whatever, is looked at. I'm very pleased to note that the work that has already been done by the Wheel and others to bring together a greater coordination within the sector. And you have been the leaders in that respect. And I applaud you for it, for taking that initiative. And I look forward to the result of and the outcome of that work in due course. The difficult economic climate that we experience reveals a revaluation of how we best can deliver services and supports while tackling the new challenges which presented themselves. So I think there is scope for better coordination, both on the statutory side and on the non-profit side. And by addressing this now, we can ensure that those we are all working with to help on the ground will be the beneficiaries of the maximum benefit. Across government as a whole, we are taking a number of difficult decisions, but as you will appreciate, ongoing funding for my department's programmes are being considered in the context of the comprehensive spending review process. I will, I suppose, do whatever I can to make sure that we can limit the impact on the community and voluntary sector, but no area is immune to cost-cutting measures. I'm acutely aware that there's pressure on many community and voluntary sector organisations, and that's why the work that you have undertaken in the Wheel is essential towards ensuring that we protect the maximum possible organisational impact on the ground and benefits to the people that we all serve in our communities. Turning to the broader theme of today's conference, it is important that we are all prepared to embrace the opportunities that exist for more innovative approaches in how to do business. In my view, the community and voluntary sector can play a dual role at this time. Firstly, by supporting the most disadvantaged and the most excluded in society, and secondly, by acting as a catalyst for long-term social and economic recovery in Ireland through the development of more vibrant communities. The development of an enabling environment to encourage community development will remain a priority for me, and I look forward to working with the sector in partnership, and I wish the conference well, and I wish all the constituents organisations of the Wheel well, and I look forward to engaging with you in the coming weeks and months so that we can, in the context of 2012 and beyond, have new structural changes, new coordination mechanisms in place, and that you are fully immersed as equal partners in the Department of Environment, Community and Local Government. Thank you very much.